and welcome back to my channel. It's Timz Anecdotes. Where do I start? You guys have seen by the title, and I think everybody's still in shock due to what has happened. I am not going to mention any names in my videos, just out of respect. I think we are all just in moments of shock. I did not know the certain individual. I just knew them on television, like most of us do. I won't say I knew him on a personal note, but my apologies. Let me not say the but, because the but cancels everything that I've said. I did not know the person personally. I knew the person via television, whatever, YouTube, whatever, music, whatever. However, what has happened has, I don't want to use the word trigger. I'm not going to use that word trigger. What has happened has taken me back to a very, very familiar situation like this that has happened of this artist who has passed on. You're probably asking, Timzozo, what the F are you talking about? Ubomu, guys, Ubomu just, it teaches you certain things. It shows you certain things, good and bad. That's the whole point of your life, guys. Life is a balance. There is good, there is evil. There is rich, there is poor. There is hot, there is cold. There is dry, there is liquid. It's the balance of life. So we have to come to terms. I'm not gonna say we have to accept life for what it is, because so much shit happens in life that you ask yourself, how do I accept what is happening? My motto and my go-to is you come to terms and you try and live with whatever that is happening, that has happened. That's just life, and you navigate through it. You find your ways. So coming back to the question, Tim, now what the F are you on about? What is this familiar situation that you are talking about? Guys, as I said, out of respect, I'm not going to mention names. I am just going to tell the story. We're all asking ourselves, what the F? What could be so deep and so big that you think the only way out is to end it for yourself? we are all asking ourselves that question. And unfortunately, the person who has the answers or the answer to that question is no longer. So we have no way of knowing what it is or what it was that was so deep that you thought that was the only option out of the situation you were facing or you were in, or whatever problems you had, whatever it was. We will never know the answer to that question. I had a situation where, like now, like I'm talking to you, my G's, I'm sitting with a friend. We're at the park, we're chilling, we are all good. We are siyancokola, siyathetha, kumnandi. I'm writing, I'm in the middle of exams. Obviously this person is my senior and blah blah blah. So I'm also getting advice from them, but no, next year you're going to varsity, go to... This is actually the person who said, go and study where I was studying at. This very same individual. So we were talking about all of those things. Came the time we had to go our separate ways. Obviously, bengibhala and it was getting late. Abazali bami bazawuthi, hey ntombazana, ingathi ukhohliwe ba uyabhala, or call me some irrelevant shit just to get me home. You know, that's how parents are. But yeah, so we went our ways, and sure friend, I'll see you tomorrow after my exam, blah blah blah, or whatever it is. I cannot give you guys the exact words, but we parted ways. Next day, I go to school. I come back. I've written my exam. It's still morning session, so I've written. I'm at home. I'm preparing for my next studies for the next subject. My late dad calls me. He's like, Timna, your friend Uzbanbani is no longer. I'm like, what do you mean he's no longer dead? He's like, Uzbanbani is no longer Timna. Who's Dubuli? They shot themselves. It's a very awkward, most difficult situation to be in that moment. That moment as me. Then shit gets real. Then shit gets real. Because you were in contact with this person. Fondini, you spent the whole day with this person. You guys must have been talking about something. You must have been talking about something, because you spent the whole day at a park chilling, blah blah blah. And really, that is what we did. That is what we did. I remember, I think the lady who worked at our house came looking for me, and I was still, and she was, I think that's my mom. We were at the park talking, so we were talking about something. So now I play back our conversation, or conversations that we had. I did not understand. I did not understand what the fuck just happened. What the fuck just happened? I apologize for my language, but dude, you were with me yesterday. I spent the whole day with you yesterday. We talked about all shit that we could have spoken about yesterday. Today I get a call and the call says 1, 2, 3. What the fuck? This is... I'm asking myself this. I'm asking him this. His energy. And I had absolutely no answers to the questions that followed after that. I couldn't answer the questions that I was asked. And you're probably asking yourself, what do you mean you couldn't answer those? I was asked things and I didn't have the answers to those things, because I myself asked those questions and nobody was giving me those answers. He was no longer here to give me those answers. I'm not gonna go into detail but it was the worst place to be at. It is the worst place to be at. The first question you ask yourself, what was so deep that you thought this was the only way out? Couldn't you just say something to me? The worst thing, I think, for any parent in such a situation is to not have any sort of closure or idea of what happened or what was happening, and you cannot rest. Your umphefumulo wakho akakwazi uphumla because you have these questions and you don't understand, and you it's and you go through feelings of, or you go through moments where you start saying things that don't make sense, but because of how you're feeling at the moment, you're like, God damn it, you were so selfish because you didn't think of us. You couldn't talk to me. You were selfish towards us, that you would take you away from us without even giving us an opportunity to maybe hear you out or help you out or try and understand you or what is happening with you. You deprived us of that moment. You deprived us of future moments with you. You deprived yourself of what could have been because of that moment where you felt this is it. This is it. You cannot go on any longer. It boils down to one thing for me. Get it? This is my version. This is my experience. Being so close to this. It all boils down to that one question. What was so bad? What was so big for you to handle that you couldn't share it with me? You couldn't speak to me. You could, yet not even yesterday, because it wasn't even a full 24 hours since we parted, but a couple of hours, you couldn't tell me what was happening. And I get such news where you could not face it anymore. We will never know why. Such happens. We will never know. And it's wrong of people to just speculate, and because as close as I was to this, I couldn't give answers to the parents as to Timna. You spent the day with him or the afternoon with him. Why? Oh, you have to tell us something. He must have said something to you. I felt so helpless. I felt so helpless. I couldn't help these people in finding closure to move on. It's a fucked up position to be in. So, and I told myself I'm not going to be crying, you know. I guess such situations just tell us as abantu that we have no idea. We have no cooking clue as to what the next person is going through. We see abantu behamba out there. We see people out there, and we see us, you see, Timz all dolled up and made up or whatever, girl bossing, tweet. We see all of that. Mansions, living good life, pictures, vacations. Social media is powerful. We see all of that. But behind closed doors, at the back of the ranch, we have absolutely no idea what people are going through. No idea. No, we don't. How I would approach or not approach how such situations where one now would have to handle, I would say not drinking, by the way. This ain't alcohol. I would say talk. Be good to the next person out there that you encounter. Be kind. You don't have to like me, but just be nice to me. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself mentally. Take care of yourself physically. Take care of yourself. You have to. You have to, guys. And I'm not gonna be all cliche about it and say live life to the fullest, but nowadays, now is a gift. Now is your gift, guys, because not all of us are lucky to wake up and see the next sunset or sunlight or sunrise. Not all of us are lucky to experience that. Not all of us were lucky to experience, 2022. Not all of us were lucky to experience what happened and saw what happened. Life is a gift. And we have to treasure it. We have to treasure it, guys. You have to take care of yourself. I try and encourage positivity. I try and encourage kindness. I try and encourage motivation. I try, but namu, it's not easy, but at least I try. at least you try, so that ngomso I don't wake up and regret not trying, because now when you don't try, shit is not gonna pop. I said in one of my videos, don't wish for it, work for it. Try. That's the least we can do, is try. It's sad. Condolences. That's all we can say, and pray and wish peace and serenity for yonke lento that has happened. It's unbelievable. But yeah, it's real. It's real, and I don't have the stats, but I'm not gonna make it a gender thing. I'm just gonna put it as people, generalizing it. But we can all see. So my message to my siblings, my message to my friends, my message to you guys out there, my G's. I always say, I'm not perfect, but I will try my best. My message to you guys out there, all these groups that I've mentioned. Nobody, whatever it is that you are going through at that moment in life. And I am speaking from experience. I am speaking from a place of knowing, from a place of being in this situation. Guys, I beg of you. My door is forever open to anybody out there. To anybody out there. My door is open. I whatever it is doing, if I cannot at that moment, I will try and help out later on. Or if I cannot help out in that manner that you've requested, I will try and help out in another manner that I can. But I beg of you, speak. It cannot be that big and that heavy on you that you feel selfish towards yourself firstly, and secondly selfish towards those around you, for you to just call it quits. It cannot be that heavy. It cannot. Because leave behind what you leave the person involved in it, in a space behind, is a shitty place to be in. Is a shitty place to put that person in. We will never know. We will never know why a person decides to just call it quits. I understand, guys. Life is hard. Yo, don't look at me and think I have it all figured out. Trust you me, my G's. Trust you me. I don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all don't. There are days where I feel, yo, what am I gonna do? Kunzima, where I feel like giving up. Through it all, my G's, it's not that bad. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not. It's not. And yes, we classify it in different ways. People call it death, but yeah, and they have this picture, yeah, this is how, and these are the things related to death, or this is how death is. And then there are those that know, okay, when this time comes, it's just a transition to another lifetime or another life. Yes, we get that. But it cannot be that bad that you call it quits on this particular life or timeline that you are in. It cannot be that bad for you to just say, it's a wrap. It cannot be that bad. I've had moments where I felt so low. I felt I had what's next? I had those moments. All of us as beings, because we have all these emotions. And let me not say emotions, because we all have all of these senses, that's the word. We have all been in those moments. I don't like using the word depression. And no offense to the professionals, no offense, but that word and me being in a space where I am, it's you and me, I'm talking, it's after that prescriptions, we are prescribing medication to cure this mental illness. Don't like using that word because you get consumed by that word. You're probably asking yourself, Tina, why are you saying such? Go do your research. Don't like using that word. It's a matter of energies, whether your energies are high or whether your energies are low. We all have been in those moments where our energies are low. But life cannot be that hard that you say it's a wrap. Come for me on the comment sections. I'm talking from being in the situation, or I'm talking from being in the situation. I was with you. I spent the day with you. We talked about everything and anything. A couple of hours after that, you ended. I'm left asking the question. I'm left being asked the question or the questions, and I cannot give answers to. It's the worst place to be. talk, my G's. It cannot be that hard. It cannot be that heavy for you. We cannot keep on putting more power to the word depression. We are just at our lowest. And at your lowest, yes, I know, you feel all sorts of emotions or senses. I know. Let's not give power to that word. Let's not give power to the idea or the thoughts. Me, myself, and I, as Timna, as Timzozo, as a person who has been in the situation that I'm speaking on right now, to my sisters, to my girlfriends, to my G's, to my brother, to my family, to anybody out there who is thinking that I have no option, I have no way out, I am depressed, I'm consumed by the word, by the feelings, the thoughts attached to the word, or I'm consumed by these lower energies. I beg of you, there must be somebody who's going to listen to you out there. There must be somebody who's going to try and help you out there. You cannot weigh all your options and say, this is life. This is the option of ending my life. I'm weighing everything that is aligned with life. I'm weighing everything that is aligned with this option. And my scale is doing this. This is the option. I've tried everything in life. You cannot choose this option. You cannot. You absolutely. There has to be ways out. There has to be, guys. I know Bomo out there is effed up. I know not everybody out there likes you. Not everybody out there is clapping for you. Not everybody out there is happy for you. Not everybody out there is vouching for you. Not everybody out there is being kind and being nice to you and being good to you. I know we're living in a messed up world. This morning, what happened with the bombings? Russia? This morning. No, it's not a video about that. I know it's a messed up world we're living in. But there's gotta be some good to it. There's gotta be some good to it. And the good is not out there for you to go and grab and get. It starts by you creating the good here. Before you can go and get and create the good that you want out there. You are what you think. The mind is a very, very powerful tool that we all have. And we have to try and use it wisely. As difficult as it is, we have to try and use it wisely. My G's, I don't want to make this a long video. Just talk. Just reach out. Do not weigh your options. Clear situation that you are facing at that particular moment, and you say, this one is the best for you, or suiting that situation that you are in at that particular moment. Because let me tell you, it's not. It's not. And I'm not gonna go into whether letters written and everything. Yes, there was a letter written, and I respect it, and I left that to the family. Whatever he felt, he couldn't say to me. He said in the letter, or the letter was for the parents, trying to explain his situation. I don't know, because everything just shifted from what he had said what he had said on the letter to Timna, what was said to you. And Timna could not give any answers to that question. Danicela, my G's. It's a effed up moment to be in. It's a effed up feeling that we are all feeling right now due to what has happened. And I told myself, let me do this video just to say, my G's, whatever it is that you are going through, whatever it is that you are facing, whatever it is that is a challenge to you at that particular moment, hi girl or hi guy, it cannot be that bad for you. Bawukwazi uthetha that you have to call it a wrap. You're leaving us in a very, very effed up, very, very effed up moment to be in. It's not a good moment to be in. It's the worst moment to be in. We all have questions, and we don't have answers to all those questions. Just talk. Me as Timz, to all my G's, to all my siblings, I'm here for you. Talk. We'll figure something out. Life cannot be that bad. Life cannot be that bad, guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. If the next person ain't kind to you, try and be kind to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Put yourself first, because nobody's gonna do that for you except you. We are all going through the most, but it's not that bad, my G's. Don't let that be an option. Don't let calling it a wrap be an option for you. Life is good. Life is a gift. We are living on gifted and borrowed time. Life is a gift. let's enjoy this timeline that we are in. Love you, my cheese. I was about to say something, then I stopped myself. Love you, my cheese. Be good to yourself.